Ace Jack off in the small blind. Folds the Phoenix here, and he just jams the button for 17 big blinds. And it's a pretty big percentage of my stack, but you have to ask yourself, what is he going to open jam the button with? And if he's a smart thinking player, he should be balancing his range and should be jamming the button with his big hands and his weak hands. But let's be honest, it's $11 freeze out with 30,000 players. His range is probably going to be small pairs, weak aces, king queen, king jack, king 10, and any two random cards that he just decided he's tired of playing this tournament with and wants to gamble or be done. I don't think he's going to be doing this with jacks or better. I don't think he's going to be doing it with ace king or ace queen or even ace jack. I think he's going to be raise calling for value here. So I decided that my hand plays really well against what I perceive his jamming range to be with 17 big blinds. So I decided to go ahead and reshove. He has the jack 5 of diamonds. I guess he was just kind of over it. Flops an open ender. We both do. And when he whiffs, and so we double up there, or just about double up. And so we're up to 4,300. We have 43 big blinds. Pocket tens. Get a raise under the gun. We get a flat. We get a 3-bet, small 3-bet. We get a call of the 3-bet where he puts 3/4 of his stack in. And now we're stuck with the decision with tens. I liked my hand when I loved my pocket tens when the hand started, but now I am not too in love with them. We have a raise under the gun in a flat, and remember from before he flatted in a early scenario when card shark 5x'd. And then Dervetter goes ahead and 3-bets for extremely small amount, and it couldn't have been a misclick. If he had misclicked, it would have went to 650 and not 750. So, against these four opponents, I am really not too in love with my tens here, and I really just think the only situation would be to fold them. I think I probably fold jacks here. I think queens plus I'm not folding, and I'm not folding ace king. I just go ahead and stick all my chips in and hope for the best. But with tens, I'm just going to go ahead and let them go. We get a flat and a flat. Stellar play in this $11 250k. Flops ace king 8. Check check. He jams for about 2/3 pot. He folds 330 chips behind. Literally have no idea what he could be thinking here. I'm guessing he misclicked pre. That's the only conceivable notion I could even imagine. And they both fold, and he wins the pot. And I'm gonna give him. I say at minimum he has ace king. He probably has kings or aces here or something of that sort. So no worries. We had nothing invested, and it always sucks when you get a premium like that and have to fold pre-flop. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. You try and make the best decisions you can, and based on the information with that pre-flop line with those four opponents, I don't feel bad about folding my tens there at all. Ace queen off in the small blind. Probably not folding here no matter what. He 3x's. If you're gonna 3x, just go ahead and jam. You only got 13 big blinds. Go ahead and jam, and don't let people. It's a much lower variance play to go ahead and jam here. You don't necessarily want people jamming, real wide range, and you're having to run a lot of 60-40s. Take down the blinds and antes and give yourself, a chance for the next hand. Unless you have a monster and you think you're going to get called more that way, or re-raised a lot weaker. But if you don't have a very optimal hand, and I think that's you really have to balance your range by jamming your strong hands as well as your weak hands. Obviously not in this tournament because people aren't playing optimal. But in your regular tournaments, if you're playing with opponents you play with a lot, you got to be able to balance your range so they can't know. Oh well, when he 3x's, he's got a strong hand with a 13 big blind stack, and when he jams, he's got a weak hand, and then they're able to adjust their calling ranges based on information you've given them. So that's why anything 12, 13 big blinds, I just definitely recommend just open jamming if you're going to play it. So we get ace queen. We're not folding. We stick it in. And he folds. So he was 3xing, 3x bluffing, I guess you could say, which is absolutely terrible to leave himself 10 big blinds and basically takes away a large majority of the fold equity that he had before he decided to pull off this kind of suicidal bluff. So we win another pot. We're up to 14,895, just under 20 big blinds. I'm going to pause it for now, and we'll be back for part 2.